Moi moi and tervetuloa to the 2023 European Open Round 2 Back 9 coverage here on JomezPro. We're being presented by Discmania this week. Second major of the year with Nate Sexton, Jeremey Koling, and Paul Ulibarri.
Front 9, we had a nice display of composure and skill from a player we've never seen before. Nestori, Tuhkanen off to a great start. Onni, Arminen, another player who's holding his own. I mean, 300 in the front 9 is not exactly the number that got him here on this league card, but you know, things could be a lot worse here on the front 9 in the first major appearance. Klein getting things going on the latter stage of the front 9, 4 in a row. He is tied with Nestori at 14 under, and Ezra Aderhold, slow start, also getting things going towards the back half, but this is really where the course begins. Hole 10 is a 2-stroke, maybe even 3-stroke swing hole.
Yeah, par 4, 755 feet, across the field into position. See that tree over there behind? Past the field, get anywhere by that, and then you have about 400, 380 into this green. You got all kinds of bunker trees. You want to get past where those hay bales start, so if you do roll away, they catch you. And here's that tree I was talking about.
Yeah,
all
looks
these
like
guys should be pushing right around it, right in front of it.
Kyle goes right side of it, and that's the safest way, but it also brings the OB long into play quicker. He's also going to have probably 440 to the pin. I don't even know how aggressive you can get from back there. That's more of a common player there from Ezra, skipping just in front of it into the prime landing zone. You can see where the grass is kind of a little bit browner. That's where a lot of people are landing their drives. Really nice drive here from Onni.
Oh, yeah.
Big skip, too. Beautiful shot. Starting the hyzer at the tree.
Looks great.
Looks fantastic. I mean, that's exactly how you play this hole for the big shot. Both Onni and Nestori are in perfect landing zone there. That's going to be probably in the 360 to 370 range to the pin.
The light poles
maybe less, actually,
are a little more annoying from this angle. He does get up and over, but this is pretty tired out here.
Yeah, this is dead.
Tired old disc.
And that's the problem with getting too close to that OB line. That's a good point, Nate. Those light poles are incredibly pesky. If you come up short, like where Ezra is here, you have all this space to swing a hyzer, and I think he's a little bit nervous about this one being too wide, and for good reason, but look at the skip.
Wow. That you love.
Oh my goodness. Huge break. I mean, he hits a different shape of gravel.
Yeah.
You know, that doesn't get that skip.
2-stroke swing instantly.
This has potential going OB long and just puts the brakes on.
This is such a good drive. It's huge.
Yeah, I want to call this actually like 320 to 340, maybe less. Doing all the work off the tee.
Wow.
A good approach still.
I'm going to put Nestori inside the top 5 in the world at this point.
Kyle's got some work to do here. In trouble of his second double bogey of the round. He needs this one close. Okay, let's call it a bogey.
Great shot. What a putt. Let's go, Onni.
I'm going to be honest, through the years watching Europeans on the green, I've always been a little bit nervous. But these two are just knocking them down with speed, control, poise. Very impressed.
Paul, you were just putting words to the thoughts that were going through my head. I was just thinking, I don't know if these guys really realize the stage or are affected by the stage. I think they realize they're in a major, of course, but they're not playing or putting tentatively, and that's something that has been a common trait that we've seen from a lot of younger Europeans who aren't quite as experienced. And
I mean, younger anybody's, you know, like we've been doing this job a long time.
Sure.
We've seen plenty of guys whose names we don't know hop up on a lead card. But these guys are handling it as well as anybody in memory for me.
On to hole 11. Very tricky 2 or 4 feeling type hole here. 430 feet. The big hyzer play kind of crashing to the trees over the pond is what you're drawing up.
That's high. That's wide.
Is it long enough? It is.
Wow.
For the players like Ez, that is the play. Go past those trees. Take your 10-meter comeback putt.
I do like that there is a play to go deep and take the trees kind of out of play. Look at this, though. Is this piered?
Wow.
What a shot.
Yeah.
That little tiny gap is so scary. It's really the only true pure play to the pin. And Onni just threw it perfect.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have a new segment on Jomez called Paul's Pooper Scoopers. And this course is Pooper Scooper, in my opinion. I don't think.
Of course, you mean the hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hole. And the story, that's the problem you can't make. You cannot make the OB.
Mistake.
The OB that you can take is hyzering into that pond. You just cannot take the early out of bounds because that is such a pressure. Oh, Kyle has done the same mistake, and out of your hand, you know.
And that's just not even close from Kyle. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, turnover.
Triple bogey comes into play so fast from back here.
I'm surprised with Kyle's because it ended up, being a turnover. And now we are seeing.
Yep.
We spoke a little soon. Sorry about that in the story. Trouble is hitting him now.
Look at this little finesse.
Wow.
line.
What a
bogey.
I mean,
Good thing he practiced the turnover on the drive.
Yep.
He was ready.
Both on 10 and 11, great approaches to save the single bogey. But Nestori is going to drop quite a few with a triple bogey 6 now. And it happens that quick. Meanwhile, Ezra up here putting for 2. And he thought it was in. It looked like he was ready to walk it in, just barely low.
Ooh, that was low also. Got it in there.
Meanwhile, Nestori is going to pick up 4 strokes on his fellow Finn.
Onni will pick him up.
Onni, sorry. What did I say?
You said Nestori.
Oh.
Yeah, you were right. Triple bogey happens quick when you pull it to the right.
Seen it too many times.
There's no real route into the hole from there. That's one of those holes where you go in and you basically, I can say for myself, I go, probably going to bogey.
Yep.
And I'm fine with
Yeah, totally.
it.
I think Nate and I were talking about this yesterday. It's one of the few rare holes where you just kind of say, yeah, probably going to bogey. And if I don't, great.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's kind of a bonus when you don't bogey.
Yeah. It's tough to play from par, too.
It is.
This one's a little bit easier, though. Hole 12, par 4, 600 feet. You're going to see a lot of rollers because of the sloping hill from right to left. You go left, it's kind of thick over there. The green's kind of tight as well. It's got some hills, and it's also got some foliage. Close enough.
Not great, but you've done worse.
Thank you. This is actually pulling to the bushes on the left with that foliage.
A little bit too much air underneath Onni's roller.
My tongue.
Underneath your tongue.
Every single letter of that word. There's a nice forehand. Skipping up right. Should leave a fairly straight shot into the green. Maybe a little low ceiling.
Yeah, low ceiling comes into play the farther right you go up that hill, but he's going to love the distance.
Ooh, why did that not hit anything?
Okay.
Just through a tree.
Kyle's skating by.
You're liking that spot. I thought he was going straight in there in the middle of that first tree, which is a pretty big problem.
This one misses it too. Okay. Good little break after the mishap on the last hole. Doable from here, but it's a long ways.
Yeah, wow. It sure is. This
I
guy
like this shape.
Whoa.
rips the forehand.
Yeah, a long putt for birdie is going to feel great.
I mean, that's
Barely even long. It's just obstructed.
Yeah, it feels long. It feels just as...
Oh.
What does this mean?
Sneak
I
under
love
that.
it.
Sneak under that. Yeah.
Now breaks.
Are you serious?
Breaks.
No.
That's still great.
Yeah, let's go, Kyle.
That's great. Creative.
The fact that there was like 2 claps for that really makes really grinds my gears.
Onni is going to be around the tree, so most of the trouble should be behind him, but still has some work left to save the par. Ezra throws that very well.
Yeah.
I'm going to give a shout out to Brody Smith, who threw a flick roller on my card, went around that big tree to the right, up into the road, rolled back inbounds on the other side of the tree, and then made a putt.
Wow.
That actually toilet bowled. So he had 2 shots that did like a circle in the same hole. It was pretty cool.
I may try that.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Lefty turbo. Lefty turbo.
No way. What an effort.
Lefty turbo. I've never in my life seen a right-handed player go
No,
lefty
I
turbo.
haven't either.
And I believe the hand went down before the mini. I don't think that was a falling putt. No one called it.
Man, lefty turbo. I would
How could you be
the
so-
righty scuba comes from the same place.
Yeah, it's a... Can't even...
But he clearly is kind of good at it. That came off pretty clean.
Ezra having to go to the knee.
Great birdie.
A good example of how tricky the foliage is around the basket here on
I like how you
12.
say that. I like how that just rolls right off the tongue, my friend. It's impressive. I'm not gonna lie. Slow clap for you.
Oh. But a very tricky green, as you can see, on 12.
Anthony Barella up by 2. Hole 13, par 4, 614 feet, 187 meters through the tight gap to start, going uphill. This is the area you'd like to reach with your drive, whatever straight shot you choose to throw. Then you choose your side on this last tree, backhand hyzer or forehand hyzer. Get around it, get to this green, hopefully come up a little short as there is a bit of a slope behind the basket. Yeah, that's all you need and more.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Yep, and the straight anti-skip, even better. That's going to be 250 into the pin. Right hand, backhand hyzer, probably with the zone.
Little low.
Straight's good, but you got to get the height.
That's
You can
all right.
still make birdie from there.
Yeah,
It's
you
just gonna
definitely
be
can.
Going to be fairway driver.
Kyle getting the turn, getting the smackdown. Again, like you guys said, he's down the middle. He's up the fairway.
Should be able to see the pin.
He'll have a chance. Nestori getting a good break, kicking straight down.
Everybody in fine position, I think.
This is probably blind, but
Yeah, it's just a full shot from back here and connecting on some of the high ceiling.
as long as he doesn't get super left, there is some OB down there, but I think he's fine.
I think if you go 15 feet farther, you take it every time. Where he was.
I mean, 14 he's 14 under right now. Hasn't been absolutely killing it. The big birdie in 11 was huge. 14 under is a great score through 2 rounds, and he's still got some birdies in front of him potentially.
Absolutely.
Let's remember though, after this whole course gets a little tough.
Yeah, it gets
It's
yeah.
very tough. If you can
You got
find
one more good birdie in front of you, and then 15, 16, 17,
Yeah.
18.
if you can find like 1 to 2 birdies in there, you're doing great.
Give yourself a lot of birdies to the first 14. That's kind of the game plan here at the Beast.
Like on the lead card final day, if you just birdie all those, you're going to be a European champion.
Yeah.
Probably.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
if you just birdie them all. That's
Oh,
what
sure.
if you get to that point and you're in the mix at all. And
I
you
say
get the
3 of
last
4.
5, if you get the last 4 holes, you're
Oh.
probably going to win.
And the approach shot from Onni's very good. He'll have a
I have
short
a
putt for the
crazy
par.
Think about it.
And
Ooh.
Nestori also having to lay up. A fast 30-footer here for Kyle. And he drains it. Good birdie putt. Ezra, that's going to be a disappointing bogey. I mean, a par, excuse me, but it feels like a bogey in some ways after that good drive.
Yes.
Straightforward downhill approach.
One more long walk for the guys over to the 14th hole. Check in with that leaderboard.
We got a small straight of scores here, 15, 14, 13, 12, and they're all chasing one Anthony Barella, who is at 18 under right now, I believe.
The 14 par 3, 394, slightly lengthened, and the angle made a little more difficult. Since the last time I played here anyway. Power forehand or turnover backhand, most common plays to get through. No real OB to speak of here except deep of the basket, which almost no one ever gets to.
Kyle pushing this one left side, asking for it to get past. It does. The big skip, 20 feet left for the birdie, maybe even less.
Looks a bit too low and right.
Yeah.
It's all right. I mean, that's 60 or 75 feet, but
Yeah, all the way through.
yeah.
I've been seeing that left side limage area just be very, very forgiving all week. A lot of shots that look like they're going to get swallowed up, get through, and produce some long looks at birdie. A little overturned for Onni, but he's inside C2.
Ooh.
Story hasn't quite been able to match the magic of the front nine on the back nine.
Yeah, he's got a whole different kind of magic going, I'm afraid, on the back nine. And that happens to a lot of people. Like we said, the back nine and the front nine are very, very different in terms of their difficulty. That's a good little saving shot there. He's going to give himself an opportunity to make the par. But that's not an uncommon thing at the best, to come out 5 under on the front and then to kind of spend most of those nice birdies on the back, getting a little wild.
Ezra, a good long effort. Yeah, at one point I believe he had 2 strokes clear of the card. And now he is 3 back of Ezra, who is 3 back of the lead.
Pretty good little bid there. Chain high, but didn't quite happen.
Oh, no.
Man.
And there's another miss.
And you just can't give yourself too many of those 20 to 25 footers. Eventually, that shield is going to break. And Kyle able to connect the birdie. Good back-to-back birdies to get him to 14 under.
You think you've made more 29 footers than you've missed in your career?
It's got to be somewhat close.
Yeah,
Right?
it's closer than I'd ever want it to be. But yeah,
Some days are really windy. Some 29 footers are uphill. You can't practice that. Some days you're kind of sad.
This season missed.
You know?
This season missed. Overall career work, it's probably on the plus side, but on the positive side,
Kind
I
of a
should
fun
say.
thing to think
Yeah.
about.
It is.
Yeah.
It can be fun if it's a good thing. If it's not a good thing, it's not fun to
I
think
used to
about.
play amateur. Used to be pretty bad. So, you know, there's
I
some
only
bad.
tried that for a year.
Yeah.
The hardest hole in the course right here, guys. Hole 15.
Didn't like it.
Risk reward par 3, 476 feet. Downhill quite a bit. There's this out of bounds area that you see right here. And the big hyzer play is in play with the left to right crosswind, helping the hyzers get down in time before finding OB left. We're going to see Kyle go at it straight.
Pretty right.
This is bad.
Oh, it's way too right.
Hopefully he catches a tree and saves his life.
What?
It does.
It does.
The play is the big hyzer if you got it.
And Ezra is going down the middle straight.
Needs to lift.
I don't think it's gonna.
Oh, man. I mean, dang it. Because that wasn't that bad of a shot. If that tree's not there, it's going to probably settle inside the circle.
Uh-huh.
But that tree is most certainly there.
I kind of like this.
Yeah, Onni avoiding the tree and nearly hitting the base. Beautiful throw.
You don't want to hit that base.
It's not all about that base on this hole. It can be trouble.
This is, wow, maybe it's so ripped. It is. I did not really like the height, but he throws harder than I do. That gets over nicely into C1. Oh, and Klein potentially in pretty bad trouble here.
Oh, what a shot again.
Yes.
From the darkness, Kyle Klein emerges with another great forehand approach. Ezra will take the bogey. And the Finns up here with a couple of birdie putts. And Onni Arminen, man, he has been bringing consistent play the whole round. You love to see it.
Seems like he likes making 30-footers.
He does. And
If he's putted like that, like
wow,
half his life, he's made more. He's made more of those than he's missed,
Yeah.
from what I can tell.
Onni and Nestori among the 22 players in the field that were able to pick up the birdie here on 15. That is a huge, huge birdie.
Yeah, it is.
And I gotta give a shout out to Henna Blumrus from the
Yeah.
FPO field who just based it. I mean, bullseye. It's considered a par 4 in the FPO division, and just picking up the tap and eagle.
Eagle. So cool.
Anthony Barella able to get to 12 under through 16. He's at 19 under. Course record in danger of being broken.
Hole 16, par 4, 728 feet. Bunker rules here, so no penalties are assessed. Just as a reminder, if you do land anywhere in that out-of-bounds area, immediately rethrow with no penalty. So a little less punishing in some ways, and in certain situations can almost feel more punishing when you get no advancement forward. Say the tee shot, you're just re-teeing, and this can still be a big blow-up hole for people.
This looks high. Kind of a bad angle for us to tell how high, but it looked like a fairway driver, so it's good. Anything fast might have been pushing to the left. There is a left to right headwind here, which is helpful on the tee shot.
Helpful on the tee shot, kind of scary on the second shot. And short of the road is, that's a decision that I think if he's got a caddy, the caddy should be saying, hey man, you should consider laying up.
Yeah, because that's short of the road and well right. That's about as far away as you're going to see a drive inbounds.
And if you are wanting to play aggressive, you get one chance. Like you go for it once, if you miss, it's no. All right, we're laying up now.
Sure. And you can still, well, if you miss it once, then you can lay up and get the bogey.
Yeah.
That's a bogey, but this isn't a bad one to take a bogey on.
Yeah.
Perfect.
You want to
drive.
get as close as you can. I think if you're playing for the aggressive 3, you want to get as close as you can to that left side OB line. And look, it doesn't even need to miss it once, deciding right away to lay up.
Smart.
Yeah, I like it. Oh. This one is a little more surprising, but a game plan play. You know, see, it says to me that that's what he was always trying to do. Because he's in a decent spot.
Yep.
15 under? Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Gets one more birdie. That's averaging 8-8. That's really good. That's a pace that could contend at the end of the weekend.
Kyle's shot had no chance. Just lifting. And now this is when it gets scary because you've thrown your best disc in your mind on this shot, and now you have to step up, and this is when your heart starts racing.
Yeah, this is where you have to make the correction, and if you don't, the next one is terrifying. should be able to make
Correction
the correction.
made.
Yeah.
Nice.
It usually goes your most stable, then your second most stable, so you got to go wider.
Higher, yeah.
Yeah.
Take some distance off of it.
I like this, but I
good
don't
width.
like that it can skip. Skip up
Yeah.
over
Sure.
the A bell. I've seen that happen before.
But as long as you play it like he did and hit left of the pin,
Yeah.
you're good.
Really good.
This is a
Win for the
little more danger of the bad skip. But he's
And
good.
That's a good game plan. Par coming most likely here from Nestori. And Onni looking to continue the good round.
Is that $1,000 still available, Jerm? For the Eagle?
Yeah.
Nobody cashed it yet?
No twos yet.
Okay. I think we'll see one. I think it'll come from the far side, though. I don't think anybody's going.
Oh yeah. No. What was his name? Salmonen. Jiri Salmonen. One time went for the green from the tee pad and got safe on the island and missed the putt because I think he was just on the front island, which is like 60 feet away.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the only drive I've ever heard of going for the actual
I've
island.
heard of people doing it in practice, but
Well, long time ago, I was playing one whose name is Simon Lazat on the lead card of the major, and this knucklehead decided he wanted to go for the island, and he was in like 4th place, and he threw a few shots at it. He didn't make it. He eventually laid up and got a pretty big number.
This
but that was my
this was
first
before it was a bunker because it used to be a traditional OB rules.
Oh.
This is the first time I had ever seen one Simon, and I was like, this is absolute psychopath.
All 17, a little tailwind, 460 downhill. Forehand just needs to miss that tree, and I think he's
like
gonna
it.
like it. Yeah. Oh boy.
I like
what
that putt,
do you do
though.
from there?
You go for it.
Yeah, I think so, too.
You have to make that putt. It's not that bad of a putt from up there. Now, 10 feet farther becomes a little more dicey, but Circle's Edge plays pretty short. Just needs to get down.
Yeah, and this needs the brakes. I don't think he's gonna get it in time.
at least he's right there
Yeah,
in
he's
circle one.
essentially pin high there. It's not a bad miss to make.
I would really love a left-right crosswind here. Seems like it's
Needs to
always a
sit.
right to left.
There
That
is.
might be an OP.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
OB does come and play on the right side, even when you're trying to play safe.
This was kind of blasted.
Kyle Klein showing the forehand chops once again, pin high. Not an easy layup from up here,
No.
because a lot of times you're going to see people hit with hyzer, roll out. That does hit with hyzer, but had the right pace behind it.
Still going to have 18 feet.
And Ezra doesn't want it.
Ezra. I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
I've got no shade on that play.
Nope.
You gotta go with your feel.
Yep.
I expected him to run it, but if you're not feeling it, you really aren't making the wrong decision by laying up. Oh,
Kyle, does that go out of
Boy.
bounds? It
Oh,
does.
the air ball. That was a surprise.
And a nice putt to save the bogey, but yeah, that's... Ezra doesn't look like such a dummy now.
Probably would have made it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Onni.
Oh,
Good save.
man.
Good
Onni.
back nine.
Heck yeah.
He got that one bird. If he can get 18, man, that is a good score. Averaging eight through the
At a
tournament,
major?
you're gonna have
Yeah.
a chance at the end. You're probably not gonna
Not
win.
last year.
Well, no, you're not gonna. But you're
Last
gonna have a
year,
chance.
yeah,
You're gonna have
for-
a chance.
Sure.
You're never out of it with that
Yeah,
score.
exactly. You're gonna be right there the whole time. People are gonna come back, go up, come back. I think 8's the mark where you can just kind of be safely in the mix.
I mean, you're guaranteeing essentially a top 10 finish.
Yeah, for sure.
And top 10 finishes at major, it's a hard thing to come by. This stage, any age. Anthony in with a 12 under. I believe he birdied 17 to get to 13, bogeyed 18 to tie course record, I believe, at 12 under, even though I think it's a new course record. We've got a couple of new tee pads.
Yeah, sure.
So this is a new course record, 12 under for Anthony Barella. So good shooting for him.
Really good.
Hole 18, finishing hole here, par 4, 699 feet, out of bounds both sides the whole way. Loops left, goes around, dogleg right. A lot of people are taking this putter play from left to right. It's just landed in the middle because it's only about 400, 380 up to the top. Plays about 440, 420.
It's a good full fairway driver, probably a Raptor coming up. Mm-hmm. And you can see the pin. When you go for that long landing zone, you're kind of playing the dice, you're rolling the dice a bit with landing behind a tree.
Stay safe.
Okay.
Looks great.
Yeah.
But you can see these longer plays, they bring these trees into play, and he has found a really nice sweet spot.
That's really good.
I've seen more people this year lay up to that short landing zone than ever before.
Uh-oh. Caught some leaves. Sometimes that's bad news, but not today.
You think? Crush?
There's too many bogeys here for Kyle today, with a double bogey on 2, 3 bogeys here in the back 9. It's just not been the magic of round 1. But with the 10 under first round, the 3 under score he's currently at, he's still technically in it.
I think that's in bounds, but I don't think he'll have any kind of putt.
Onni, this is pulled right.
On the stage. OB.
And you're kind of thinking to yourself in a way, like, aim at the stage. If I hit the top of the stage, I'm going to skip in bounds. That time, no such luck. But I know that's what Macbeth is. He said that in the past. He's trying to aim and hit the stage because he can bounce off the scoreboard and be in bounds.
Great drive for Nestori. Can he cash it in here?
Oh, that is so close. You can tell how tight that OB is. That OB has been brought in inches and sometimes even meters year after year. It's being tighter and tighter up there on the green.
Yeah, don't get too cute with it. I like that, laying that up.
Impressive stuff from both fins at different stages of the round. Very, very impressive stuff.
I mean, anytime you can come off the card and you beat the lead card.
Yeah.
Too good. Did work for sure.
Has
does
given
have a look.
A little cheeky bid.
He had more there than I thought he would.
That would have been the first putt I've ever seen with that style go in. It might be the first time I've ever seen anyone try that style before, but a birdie from Nestori to finish. He's going to finish the day at 12 under. And an average of 6 is respectable.
Moves to 14. Kyle's going to move to 14. And Ezra, I misspoke, is actually going to come out.
No, Kyle's going to stay at 13.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's par.
Yep.
Yep, and then Ezra's going to stay at 15, right?
Yep.
So he's the one that comes off the lead card with the best score, but that's not going to do it we got a full new slate coming in tomorrow.
Nobody able to hang on to that lead card position. There they are. Barella, Tom, McMahon, and
Rasmus
Sakuripi.
Well done. I haven't tried yet, but man, we've got a new fin I've never heard of before. We get to try this again tomorrow, but obviously Anthony Barella, firepower here in the second round. Albert Tom, 10 under, and Eagle McMahon. He's familiar here at the course.
That's a scary one to have up there.
Surprising, Paul Macbeth with the even par round.
Yeah,
that's not what you expect to see after the McBattle last year. Slow day for the great one.
And that means he's out of the running.
Essentially done, yeah. Surprising. But we will see you guys for round 3. Thanks so much for joining. And we got a lot of good golf heading into the weekend here at the European Open presented by Discmania.